So no doubt he'll stay our player and we'll protect our player. But Danny, he didn't feature yesterday. He wasn't even in the squad yesterday for the match against Liverpool. How long should this exile last?
Well, it depends on the content of the conversation today and what they've already had and who, where it's going. I think we can. Well, I would bring this back to the same conversation we were just having about some sort of resilience, because what's happened to a player knocking on the door of the manager and having a conversation about why he's not playing and the tactics and having a row and having, where's that gone? Why are players feeling the need to speak out about something?
Because they can, Danny. This is not exile on Main Street.
I'm on about,
this is players in an incredible position now where they are being told relentlessly, more than even in your day, they're the most important thing and they can say and do as they want.
Yeah, but what
and the line's being drawn by managers like Arteta and
if I speak
Tuchel.
like this, if I use this content, I'm going to upset Chelsea fans, possibly the manager and possibly the other players. So I'm going to leave that. I'm going to knock on the manager's door.
How many times have you done an interview before you've engaged your brain, your mouth's opened? We've all done it. We've all said things ago. And the arrogance of a position where you believe your own hype, you've read the memo to yourself. I'm the president of Romelu Lukaku fan club, signed Romelu Lukaku. I can say what I want when I want. And so you've got Sky Italy, he's playing to the gallery. He says
an unauthorised interview.
And he's playing to the gallery and saying certain things. And then you've got the media guys going, we got gold here. We'll drop it just before the transfer window opens. Right? So we'll hold on to this for 3 weeks and drop it so we can cause as much mayhem as we want to cause as well. Tuchel's right to handle away. It's Graham Souness' right to say what he said yesterday. And so was Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank. Where there is an apology, there's something in football that's lacking. There's not enough of it. It's often used as a terminology that people have. It's called respect.
I agree.
They don't have enough of it for authority, for the opportunity that they're given. Players, managers, and sometimes owners as well, because owners showed no respect to the framework of football back in March of this year when they decided to break up the Premier League with the ESL notion. Players and the football game talks about respect but doesn't show enough of it. And Lukaku has got to find a mechanism. Graham Souness, you picked up the point outside before the show about he set a bonfire, only he can put it out. An apology will be, it's going to be a dialed-in apology. But he needs to understand that what he said has put himself in that position. Nobody else put him there.
But I'm sure. Let me clarify. I'm certainly not sticking up for Lukaku. I'm simply saying that if he had the intelligence to go knock on the manager's door and have it out with him, he might not be sitting there in an interview feeling the need to. And
until he does this, by the way, Chelsea should park him up, and quite rightly so. And the same thing that's happening with Aubameyang should happen to him. This is not about players wrestling control.
I'm all for
I wonder if you're going to go there.
I am all for discipline.
This is about trying to get control of it. This is players pushing the envelope because there's a narrative right now that players can do and say and act and respond the way they want to. And managers like Tuchel and Arteta, more power to them.
I've got no problem with I've got no problem with leaving him out of the squad at all. Yeah. I think that the problem you've got now is that if he digs his heels in and says, I'm not apologising to you,
park him up,
then there's a problem. Or not really, because, Chelsea financially don't have a problem.
Abramovich, he falls out of his pocket on the way to the game.
Yeah. He'd be a brave boy if he says, I'm not apologising.
Brave?
He'd be a stupid boy.
Stupid and brave.
No, it'd be stupid.
There's only one way out of this for him, that's to apologise and make it a very public one.
That's exactly what I'd be doing.
But he's got form here, Jim. This is not something that we haven't seen before. This is not something that hasn't happened with this boy before. He's got an attitude and outlook and a discipline. He's one hell of a player, by the way, but doesn't give him...
Oh, he makes them better. That's for
Of course
sure.
he does. But it doesn't give him the licence to behave in a certain way, and he's getting taught a lesson. He did it a little bit at Man United. He's done it at Everton before, and he's doing it now to Tuchel, and Tuchel's not going to have
Well,
any
we're coming
of it.
up to 10:30.
Just finally, Jim.
Go on.
It's a classic case of other players helping out a player. I think sometimes you need a couple of players around you who've been there and done it. And I know he's older, but still, every now and again, you need a couple of players at the same club to pull you in and go,
what are you thinking?
This,
Well, where are they this morning, though? If he did have anybody around him.
Hopefully, Jim, they're in his ear. Hopefully, they're sitting down with him right now and having a chat with him.
Certainly Thomas Tuchel will be in Lukaku's ear later this morning once they finish training. It's not known whether or not Lukaku trains this morning. I'll try and get information on that for us while we're on air. It's a simple one this morning, not just to Chelsea fans, but to fans of football who have been observing this situation and how it's developed. Lukaku meeting Tuchel today. He's out until he's back in, but how long should this exile last? 03717 223344 81089. Bear in mind, he and only he brought it upon himself.
Jim White and Simon Jordan, Monday to Thursday morning 10 till 1 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.